On this clip is another woman who I keep seeing. These are super Trump haters.
The little mentoring.
And so we talk about feminism. We need to talk about these women. These are the ones pushing feminism. So I'm going to read you this. Jen Psaki attacks Vice President's J.D. Vance marriage. Wonders if the second lady, Usha Vance, wants out of their marriage because of how scary J.D. is. Psaki said she would save Usha if she just came over to her. A quote from Psaki, J.D. Vance wants to be president more than anything else. I always wonder what's going on in the mind of his wife. Are you okay? Blink 4 times. We'll come over here. We'll save you. Disgusting, right? This is how these people think. Usha, who is, by the way, Indian or Indian descent, right? I think she's grew up in America.
Yeah.
She's married to JD. They've been together a very long time.
Yeah.
They have kids and they have a happy marriage.
Yeah.
As far as I can tell.
Tut tut.
These feminists,
how dare they,
who are utterly miserable, cannot fathom that another woman could possibly not only be married, but that's a happy marriage.
Yeah.
So their take is we'll destroy that marriage.
Yeah.
Like Clem Ford has a book called The Case Against Marriage, right? And she used to wear T-shirts saying break up with your husband or dump your husband or whatever. Or divorce him. Sorry, excuse me a second. Aspen, out. This is unprofessional. You are not on the podcast. Out, out, out. She just keeps like throwing her toy at my foot.
All right.
So yeah, I want to play you this clip because this is what we're up against, and this is what just infuriates me about feminism.
Green candidate J.D. Vance wants to be president more than anything else.
Yeah.
I always wonder what's going on in the mind of his wife. Like, are you okay? Please blink 4 times.
Yes.
We'll come over here. We'll save you. And that he's willing to do anything to get there. And that your whole iteration you just outlined, I mean, he's scarier in certain ways.
He's smarter.
In some ways. And he's young.
Yeah. And ambitious.
And ambitious. And agile in the sense that he is a chameleon who makes himself into whatever he thinks the audience wants to hear from him. Now, what's also true, though, is J.D. Vance is not, he's in some ways goodish on paper if you like what he believes in. I don't know. But I don't know that he can take the whole movement with him.
No way.
Okay, so do you know who this woman is on the right, the blonde woman?
I'm happy to say I don't.
Yeah, okay. She's one of the most insufferable white leftists, like proper screecher. Can I just point out the obvious here? Usha, woman of color, has 3 white women saying they know better than her. The hypocrisy from the left is just so outrageous.
Yeah. The level of presumption that is being made there by these women to have this insight into the relationship, this insight into J.D. Vance, that he's ambitious and that he wants to be president more than anything else. Probably not. But I would say that they are projecting at that point. They're saying, well, if I had the opportunity,
being alarmist.
I would if I could. So he must desperately want it as well. But can we just go back to the fact that his wife is from immigrant stock, so to speak? It's really interesting to me that we have feminists on the one hand will say, white men are racist and blah, blah, blah. But then if a white man goes and marries a non-white woman, they say, oh, well, that's because you couldn't handle me. You couldn't, you couldn't handle a strong woman, blah, blah, blah. You had to go for the weak version. It's like, well, hang on. So who's being racist here?
Yeah.
Who's the one being racist? You're saying that the white man had to go and get a brown wife because they're inferior?
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to?
They don't
saying.
hear themselves. They're so lacking in self-awareness, and they're so self-righteous. Like, just that clip alone infuriated me for a few reasons. One, about the white woman telling the brown woman she doesn't know how she feels, and they need to step in and save her.
Yeah.
But also
White
just how
savior syndrome.
intolerant they are of other people having a alternative lifestyle to them, right?
Yeah.
And I know people will fire that back at me and go, well, Carly, you're against woke. Yeah, but woke is encouraging people to cut off their genitals, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is just 2 adults who are in a happy marriage with kids, living as per our biology dictates us to, and then these women who have decided that because they cannot think for themselves under the guise of feminism, they have to go and save all other women who choose to opt out of that.
That's right.
The hypocrisy is just disgusting.
You couldn't possibly be happy being married to a young white man who is reasonably articulate and quite successful, and by their own admission,
quite
smart.
successful. He's wildly intelligent.
Yeah.
JD is super accomplished by their standards, not by our standards.
And he also, she said, oh, he's a chameleon. He makes himself whatever the audience wants. No. He is socially smart. He is socially adept.
Yeah.
He is able to, you watch him at work when he sits there alongside President Trump, and they ambushed Keir Starmer together. And that's something I did a couple of videos about that because it continued to be relevant for some time. You watch the way that he works. He is future presidential material, not because he's ambitious, but because he would be a really good choice for America.
And what I love about this too, and we touched on this really briefly Monday, but I thought this was worth driving this point home. When it comes to Trump and the White House putting out these memes and these funny things, like people are like, oh, that's unpresidential. That's, the president should be doing that. I would say, and actually one of our viewers made this point too, that Trump understands the internet and he understands how people communicate.
Yeah.
And I'd say that makes him more relatable than anything. These women posturing as virtuous, pious women who understand it, that's insufferable.
Yeah.
Watching that as a woman, I go, who the fuck do you think you are?
So what Trump is doing, I'm actually in the camp of saying that AI video of the plane taking off and dumping poop on the top of whatever his name's head.
Or was it mud?
For me, or was it mud? For me, that is too far. That is too crass. And we talked about that on Monday. But my point here is, from the perspective of your rules for radicals, their reaction is our action kind of perspective. That video was genius because the reaction that it got aided Donald Trump. In his ability to essentially, as meat to the base, yes, to have all the MAGA bros cheering, yes, but to bring out the rabid reaction. To bring out the reaction that just continues this narrative that he's had for quite some time, that the people on the other side are crazy. Well, every time he triggers them with something like that, they exhibit that level of crazy that simply proves him right. So he's not doing it necessarily. I don't know how deeply he's technically thinking about it. Is he just going, does he even know about it? Has he got some social media intern who comes along and goes, hey, Prez, what do you think about this? I don't know exactly how these things are coming to be created. But I believe that they're being released for the purpose of the reaction that they bring out. And this is rules for radicals.
I would say that, and it's a case of destabilizing them, because whilst they're over there arguing about an AI video, which Trump's already forgotten about, they're over there.
He's busy doing something.
Correct. It's literally just deflecting. Like over here, here's like, I would say it's their version of bread and circuses. Here, go get worked up about that. We'll be over here making foreign policy.
Like throwing a steak to the guard dog so you can break into the car yard.
I actually think it's brilliant. And look, I think the problem is we haven't seen this in politics, but like I don't know why anyone ever thought that politics was like some kind of respectable, way of people operating. Like you just have to go back to like how things were done in the 60s.
Well, I chuckle when people say, this is such a polarized time. No, go back to presidential elections 150 years ago and have a look at what some of these people were saying about each other. Like this was some vicious stuff. And libelous, like really just outright lying about each other. Listen, I know you have to put up with Carly as well, but aren't I worth it? Just follow for me. Just like and subscribe and share and just tell everyone about me. Don't mention Carly. Don't tell them that she's there as well. Just kind of like she's the relative that nobody talks about. Like let's just make a deal. We won't talk about her. Just follow for me. Yeah? Follow, like, subscribe, buy us a coffee. Yeah, just there. That'd be great. That'd be really appreciated. Because honestly, you try putting up with Carly before you've had coffee in the morning. It's not fun. Thanks.